He's a great player, but I feel like we have yet to see a lot of the tests that he's going to be up against, which
Yeah.
is evil and so on.
Well, what we'll do is we'll let these two players ready to go, both uNby and KILLALOT, and we can actually kick things off here in our first map of the tournament. But whilst we just wait for these guys to actually start, you mentioned Noctis. I don't think I actually saw Noctis on the sign-up list. I'm not sure whether he's actually here today or not, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not going to be playing, unfortunately. But anyway, map number 1 here in the round of 32. It is uNby vs KILLALOT on Cure. We are watching uNby off the start, as I have to enable comphood apparently, which is not working, but we'll get that on in just a second. DDK, why don't you just take us away on uNby?
Alright, so uNby got the mega start, so I think it's just chill right now for him. It does take a bit of damage there from, or rather, an attempted damage there coming from KILLALOT, putting in some sneaky rails. Really good pressure coming in from KILLALOT. Of course, he's thinking about defending this red. He's doing it really well. That was such a perfect play from KILLALOT. He cut his opponent off with that teleporter. To be honest, he couldn't have played that better.
Yeah, definitely, and this has given him a really good opportunity. I mean, look at the stack he has. This should be a quite straightforward kill you would expect for him. He does go down to 40 HP, but the kill does finally come out. The Mega Health as that gift, and he could even dart over toward the yellow armor if he wants to. uNby actually going to hold him back, and probably the right thing here for KILLALOT just to not bother going in there, particularly against the plasma. It is that super strong weapon if you are able to hit just even a few of those shots. Is it 20 damage per bolt, I believe?
Indeed it is.
Yeah, so you don't really want to get in the face of that. But KILLALOT at the moment, he's still in control. He has all the weapons he needs. If we have a switch back around to uNby, he does have the weapons he needs, but again, in a fight, if KILLALOT gets even an inkling of an opening, he'd be in the advantageous position, and that's going to be the opening he needs. Look at this strand straight away. uNby's going to fall, and that's going to be 3-0. Mega Health for KILLALOT.
Yeah, it looks like he should be able to get this red. I like the follow-up from uNby. Unfortunately for him, he wasn't able to kind of capitalize the biggest point of weakness for KILLALOT, but he's putting in some damage, and the problem with this is that he's kind of making plays where he's like having to force himself to keep pressuring, because he's got to keep him off control. Because if KILLALOT now just manages to get stacked up again, that's 5 frags for free, and he needs to use this pressure, and that's what he's doing. He's managing to steal away this red armor, but look at this. KILLALOT with the LG, there's not much you can do from that range if you don't have one yourself, and it's going to be again another situation where uNby feels forced to pressure.
Yeah, and here comes uNby charging through the shotgun. I mean, it's a nice idea, and KILLALOT doesn't have any health, but I mean, again, just the distance separating the two. Again, KILLALOT with the advantageous position, able to work that to his fullest. But 7-0 now, and this is a very quick 7-frag lead on Cure, that's for sure. But currently, we're going to switch back over to uNby at the moment, see how he's going to play out of control. He's just trying to maybe steal away the red armor again, but I mean, it's risky to stand by again, only with a rocket launcher and plasma. He's inevitably going to die, surely. I'm actually surprised KILLALOT backed away.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting situation, but at least he has all the frags to fall back onto. I mean, playing defensively when you have such a lead can never really be too much of a bad thing. And he's just using his high positions now to keep that damage going out there, that pressure up, finally getting rooted out of his position, forced away from the red. This is really nice here. uNby's got to be careful though not to push too far out, and looks like he's not going to do that. We'll be able to take that red, so it's going to be a pretty steep hill for him to climb at this point, because he's got all those frags to get back, and obviously KILLALOT knows what he's doing here, playing the high positions and grabbing the greens.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he can work with the time as well. He has got a lot of time at the moment here, uNby, to try and build something to come back into the game. And if we switch on to him, currently 200 to 140. Red armor's coming up. KILLALOT's not going to be out of in a position to go for that. And even uNby's not going to go ahead and pick it up straight away. He's just got to be careful where he gets the frag. Here would be fine. He can get back to it. But it's surprising not able to find the frag. His LG's a little bit sloppy.
Yeah, it's... at least though he did a lot of damage, and that's actually going to be really nice, because it means that KILLALOT, he can't do anything to the major items. So we're probably going to see a frag in about in the next 30 seconds. If we don't, I'll be very surprised, and also if we don't, uNby's going to have missed out on a big opportunity. And KILLALOT going in for some rails here. There he is going to go down. That was a big risk from him. I feel like had he hit, of course, one more rail, then the risk pays off, but of course now he's dead. He's lost all of his weapons. This is information that uNby has. uNby knows that KILLALOT kind of has to go for this LG at some point. He knows that he has to go for the rail, and there it is. He's got a nice position, and he's unable to deal damage though.
And actually, I think KILLALOT, he's allowed him maybe to go to LG. No, KILLALOT's not going to take the risk. He's actually gone straight to the yellow armor. So, yeah, that's still a weapon he needed. We really did see early on how KILLALOT used that at the distance to really pick up a couple of those frags he has on the ball. But again, uNby's just missing a lot of shots. And I have a feeling this is the reason why we're seeing sort of KILLALOT come back in at times when perhaps he shouldn't. Just because I think he's comfortable that uNby's going to miss, or at least not hit everything. And then there's another big miss. That would have found the frag. He will eventually get it through the teleporter. But KILLALOT did a lot of damage. Will he be able to get on yellow armor? We'll see. I mean, here's the plasma off the bat. Look at it, down at 8 HP, so it is paying off for KILLALOT at the moment. And this actually, he should get the yellow armor spawn, you would think.
Yeah, we're seeing some really interesting weapon choices from uNby as well. You know, choosing to opt for that railgun instead of the LG when in spots where the LG is much better, and hitting some kind of awkward shots. I feel like he can't keep up with decisions like that. It's going to really come back and haunt him. But for now, you know, he's making his comeback happen. But the problem is that he's so hurt after these fights, he can't be active enough in the right places on the map, and KILLALOT is roamed free. He's managed to pick himself up the armors he needs and the weapons. So the next frags to make this a tie game for uNby are going to come slowly now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, not a big deal. He has that time, like I said, to work with. They're going to be a bit of an LG exchange. KILLALOT has the 25 HP, but to work with, it won't be enough, though. uNby will get the kill, but at what cost? We have got the Mega and Yellow spawning, and uNby's just going to be not in a position at all. KILLALOT, if he wants, he could just charge through. I'm actually surprised he's going to probably... He could just force uNby back here from the yellow and just get in on the red himself here, KILLALOT. And I think that's exactly what he's going to do.
And uNby is hitting pretty well overall, but as you can see, you know, he's always pretty weak here. Another fight, when the LG could save him, but the rockets through the tally, that's going to work out for KILLALOT. And this is really the problem, and why I said the frags will come slowly, is because these fights just aren't working out efficiency-wise, and now he's stuck at this 4 frag deficit. What is he going to do about it? He's going to have to try and pick up some armor. It's going to take probably at least a minute or maybe up to 2 minutes before he can really feel confident making a frag. And this is the situation you always come to when you try to take the frag too early, and I feel like that's what uNby did there.
KILLALOT's not quite hitting his shots. I mean, it's kind of weird, isn't it, watching KILLALOT? It feels like I'm watching a player that if he actually aimed a little bit better, some of these situations would pay off for him. They might not be the best, but they would be more ideal for him. But because his aim is sort of lackluster a little bit in certain situations, he's really getting punished for it. But KILLALOT at the moment just holding his ground. He could even switch out to rocket launcher here, but he doesn't need to. There comes another frag, 9-4. And again, KILLALOT able to just recuperate on the health bubbles. I think that's another thing we haven't really saw uNby do, is when he's taken the fights, he's not been in a position to pick up health either during the fight or even just afterwards either. So just not really great situations for him to pick up the frags overall. And KILLALOT's going to get another one, and the railgun won't be enough, 10-4.
Yeah, it's really one of those things. It's a big problem for players who they feel like, because everyone, when you're playing this game, you're like, okay, these are my strengths, these are my weaknesses. Sometimes you're going to want to fall back onto your strengths. When you're in an awkward position, tough position, you're going to be like, okay, let's play to my strengths. And if your strength is fighting and duel, that can be an issue, because you can't really fall back onto that sometimes, because if you're, unless you're like Cypher or Evil, some situations are just too inefficient. You just end up digging yourself deeper and deeper into this hole, you know, trying to take these fights, trying to force your way back in. And we are actually seeing some good rockets from uNby here, but this positioning from KILLALOT, you know, he had the telly to back off to if that fight went badly, and he's got the frag buffer. He's just in such a comfortable position, and uNby, I feel like he was in some nice spots a few times in this game, but he didn't take it slowly enough to make sure that when he did eventually take that fight, he was able to win that, like, not necessarily cleanly, but, you know, with a pretty dominant stack, allowing him to easily take the next big item, to then have that full control that he needed to string more than just 1 or 2 frags, and instead 4 or 5 in a row.
Yeah, it was almost like he's playing in the moment, which I think can work if you've got a set route around the map. You know when the items are up, you can just run it. But for him, he wasn't really thinking ahead when what was going to happen after the fight. It was literally just in that moment, can I kill him? Yes, I think so. Okay, let's just go for it. And then that's, yeah, pretty much exactly why we're in the situation we're in now. This huge frag deficit, and there is absolutely no way uNby's going to be coming back into this one, unfortunately, here on Cure. But
yeah, it's a really nice way to put it, like, in the moment play. It's something that, of course, any kind of sports, you know, that is down to that kind of in the momentness. I think you know, when you really hit the zone, that's when you're feeling that completely. What do they call it in sports psychology? There is a time, it will come back to me, but that is that is Quake. You have to balance that against thinking forwards, like thinking consciously, versus the in the moment, like subconscious thinking where you're just feeling. And that balance is like so difficult to actually get right. And that is one of the beautiful things about this game, rather, I think.
Yeah, I think there could be an argument made to say something like TDM or CTF, where you don't necessarily need to always think ahead. Sometimes you have your teammates to do that, and maybe that's the case with maybe uNby. Maybe uNby's a TDM player that, you know, is transitioning to dual. Again, I have absolutely no idea on his history, so I do apologise if I'm completely incorrect, but maybe that could be the case. It's always tough maybe transitioning from a team mode to dual mode as well. But anyway, final score here on map number 1, 15-6. And if anything, uNby did a really good job there to end on 4,000 damage exactly. I'm going to give him that.
Oh yeah, and I just saw in the chat someone said flow state, and yeah, that's the one. I'm pretty sure the flow state. There's quite a lot of terms for it, but I think flow state is one of the most common ones, definitely. And yeah, it looks like KILLALOT will take this one down. And I do feel like the players weren't too far away when it comes to their skills. It was just the fact that uNby was a little bit too overeager in his positions. You know, like you said, he wasn't thinking ahead necessarily, maybe enough.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll take a short break, DDK, find out what the next game's going to be. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a round of 16, maybe another round of 32. It really depends on how things are going on. But any final thoughts on that game before we take the break?
No, but I will try to, if I can remember, bring a point over into, you know, after the break from that game, because it's more of a general one.
All right, in that case, guys, make sure you tell everybody we're on the FACEIT community stream today, not FACEIT TV. People might be going over there and wondering where the hell Quake is, so let them know. Maybe head over into the chat and just write a message there as well, just see if anyone's in there. But yeah, stay tuned. Won't be too long for the next game here on FACEIT TV for the Spring Season Cup number 4. See you soon.